to us.
Join Kofi Bartels for engaging debates, expert insights, and your voice at the heart of every discussion. Don't just listen, participate. Tune in and be part of the conversation. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Every morning, as the sun rises over this vibrant city of Lagos, we'll be right here with you. Diving into discussions that matter, we'll tackle the headlines, explore stories that shape our lives, and dissect the issues that keep us awake at night. But that's not all. The Morning Crossfire is your platform too. Your thoughts, your opinions, they all have a place right here. From politics to business and the economy, from the social issues to the heart of the city. I'll be your companion, your source of information, and your partner in exploration. And it's just not about the headlines. It's about the conversations we have, the connections we make, and the impact we create. Your insights matter, your questions matter, and your energy matters. So whether you're in traffic, having breakfast, or starting your workday, I'll be right here, keeping you informed and engaged. So Lagos, stay tuned, set your alarms, and mark your calendars, and let's kickstart our mornings together, right here on the Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info. And Kofi Bartels, let's talk.
Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. We're talking security in Lagos State. I'm pretty excited about this one because of the work that the organization involved does and the crucial role that they play in ensuring that Lagos State is secure. So we'll be talking about security. We're looking out for your calls, your messages. For now, you can send your calls and voice notes as well as messages on WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is 08095 975805. 08095 975805. And of course, regular phone lines are also available. The numbers to call 0201 277 0993. 0201 277 0993. And we have a female line. All right, for our female listeners who cannot get through the main line, 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. You can call that number, and of course, you will be patched through to the studio right here to have your say. Okay, so let's talk about the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. What do you know about the Lagos State Security Trust Fund? Where was it set up? And since it was set up and established, how has it fared? In your estimation, in your view, you have an opinion, please feel free to call and share with us. Generally, on security in Lagos State, how can Lagos State be more secure? What role or what can the fund do further, to ensure Lagos State is more secure? What have they done so far? Now, I won't talk about what they've done so far because I don't have that information, though I've seen some of it while preparing for the program. But our guest this morning will do the talking. And I'm talking about the gentleman who serves as the administrative director at the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. He's a seasoned civil servant. He's been, in that field for over 24 years. And, of course, he brings that wealth of experience to his role as the administrative director at Lagos State Security Trust Fund. In addition to his professional accomplishments, he's an active member of various professional and social organizations, including the American Society for Industrial Security, and further demonstrating his commitment to community and to excellence. Degbola Lewis is my guest on the Morning Crossfire today. Degbola, good morning to you. Good to have you on the program.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Fantastic. Lagos State Security Trust Fund. For those who may have forgotten, just give us a bit of a brief background to the establishment of this trust fund.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me once again. I'd like to take your mind back a bit to 2007, 2006, when we had serious security issues in Lagos State, bank robberies, so many kind of carjacking, so home invasions and so on. And the Fashola administration came in and set up a committee headed by IG Smith to look at the causes and the possible solutions to that. And they suggested then they found out two major things. Number one, that there was a big problem of personnel, and the second thing was equipment, to be able to fight for the crime fighting equipment for the police. So whereas the Lagos State government couldn't do anything about the number, the
Police officers.
yeah, but we could do something to assist them to be more efficient, even the few that they had. So that was how the birth of the Lagos State Security Trust Fund was. It was actually the first bill passed by executive bill by the Fashola administration to the House of Assembly. And it was passed. And the Lagos State Security Trust Fund came into being. Now, the job of Lagos State Security
2007.
2007,
Right.
September actually.
Right.
So the job of Lagos State Security Trust Fund is actually to provide equipment, logistics, and training for the police and all other security agencies. Emphasis on police because they take lead in a democracy in terms of security, and that's why. And if no matter how much we say, right, if there is anything happens right now, we call the police.
So to provide equipment, logistics, and training
basically
for the police
and other security agencies,
like the army, the military.
Okay, so when we first started, the basic thing was to bring down violent crime. Okay. So the emphasis was on that. So our philosophy was to bring down violent crime. So it was the police, right, and a few other security agencies like OPMSA. You have Operation Awase right now. You have QLG, things like that. So was that. But as we grew, it now extended to all other sister agencies and safety agencies too. So from now, and as a resource gap, basically, we're to breach the resource gap. So we're interventionists. It's not that we take over the budgets of security agencies. No, they all have budgets. Federal governments, with the federal government and all.
But it's not enough.
Yeah. So what we do is identify areas, or rather they come to us, tell us these are their critical areas of need. So we provide those things that they require to ensure that they keep on working. So even in the gap, the resource gap that they have, we're able to breach the deficit a bit for them and make sure that they're still in operation. So basically that's what we do.
Interesting. So you're providing logistics, equipment, and training.
Yes.
Are you able to go beyond, logistics, equipment, and training to look at other things that may not involve the agencies but are in society and affect security? Maybe if you decide, okay, if we do this thing or that thing, it may help make Lagos more secure. We're not going to spend the money on any security agency, but we can do that thing to make Lagos State more secure.
Certainly, every government in Lagos State, successive governments have been very proactive in terms of deploying technology and new ideas. Lagos State is gradually moving. We want to be a smart city in all ramifications. So, that we deploy CCTV cameras. We have the first in Nigeria command and control center, where you are able to more or less monitor and manage emergencies, be it natural disasters or security emergencies. So we've always had that. In fact, we're the first to have that. Even before we had to make NCC make sure that emergency calls terminate at our control center.
Okay.
So where we have our emergency call.
Anyway.
No. So where we have the 76. That's why we have 767 in Lagos State. Right, because at that time we were the ones starting off.
Is it still working?
It's still working. Okay. It's still working. So what we can now do is to add layers on that to continue to build.
So was that an investment by the Lagos State Security Trust Fund?
Actually, the seed money to start up that agency was from the Lagos State Security Trust Fund.
I see. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. So what have been the major achievements of the Lagos State Security Trust Fund from 2007 inception till date?
Okay, so
I'm sure 1 hour not even enough for you to talk about that, but you can abridge it.
Okay, so like I said, I know one interesting thing is we continue to build on what we started. So at the beginning, it was just to ensure that the IRS could respond within minutes, could be able to deal with bank robberies. So we had to acquire bulletproof vans, personal. If I say APC, you might get confused, but I mean armored personnel vehicles. You see them, those blue big things you see around, like bullion vans. So those were the first set of investments that really changed the game for us. And if you remember the robbery of Oceanic Bank in 2008, that was a turning point for robberies in Lagos State, in the sense that they couldn't achieve that, and the response was like a SWAT response with the armored personnel carrier, and so they shot at them, but they fired back, and and that was it. So since then, you've hardly had bank robberies in Lagos State. So that was the first thing. So you dealt with that, and once you deal with those big ones, then you can now see the smaller crime. So we started working on those ones with the agencies. Like let's emphasize, the Lagos State Security Trust Fund is not a security agency, but what we do is work with security agencies to improve. So we're like you see the newscaster, you're in the business, so you have a producer that nobody hardly sees or knows about. So we are that producer.
You sound like you've been in business for a long time. Yeah, so people should realize that you're not the police. You're not in charge of security in Lagos State.
Yes,
but you are a stakeholder.
Seriously. You see, the issue is, one of the basic things that led the government to this is the understanding that you can't have any type of activity, be social, economic, whatever type of activity, without security. So we must get involved in security, whether we really like it or not, right? And the people of Lagos State, you say government, the basic job of government is to provide security, so everybody can go about their businesses, lawful businesses, and thrive. So what we want in Lagos is people that will thrive. We want our residents to thrive. So we play in that space to ensure that they can thrive. So the Lagos State government, right, is in the business of making sure that its citizens are safe.
Okay. So this security trust fund, is it a government initiative, or is it a private initiative? Because in some places people come together to say we need to do this, or is it a public-private initiative? Let's call it that.
Okay, so that's a very good question. Now, we are a public-private partnership in the sense that it was set up by the Lagos State government, by a law of the Lagos State House of Assembly, right?
Okay.
And it was, but it is autonomous in the sense that we have a board of trustees who hold all assets in trust for the people, right? So they drive the donation. They are from the 80% private sector. You just have a little
on the board.
On the board, okay. And they decide. So they don't need to go to the governor for any approval. They decide. So they coordinate the efforts for donations. They get donations from everybody, including state government. Now, the difference is we don't get a subvention from Lagos State, but Lagos State provides donations in kind.
That's
and
Lagos State
government and the local governments too. And I must emphasize that Lagos State still remains the largest donor to the trust fund, because they provide daily fueling for security agencies, all security agencies. A lot of them. And they also make donations, big, huge donations in vehicles, in equipment. So many things. You remember 2001 when the president came for launching, former president, for a big launch. We had several cars. We had
the one where there's a lot of equipment were
handed over to the police. Right?
Okay. All right. So you say government is the biggest donor, but the private sector, are they pulling their weight? Because I know that the gentleman who has a cement plant down the road, donated a lot of vehicles. I don't see them as much on the road, but I do see them, some of them.
Yes, we have private sector people that have really been part of it from the start, right? And they've continued to be with us. Yes, I don't know if you don't want to mention.
No, I can mention. Dangote gave vehicles.
Yeah.
The other day, Michael donated 1 billion naira, and Tony, I think UBA Foundation did 500 million naira. It's in the news today. But those are just three I know of.
No, what about? I'm sure you're referring to Otedola, Michael Otedola.
I'm sorry about that. No, was it Otedola?
Otedola, yes.
Okay, not Michael. He's not Michael. I thought I said Adenuga. Oh, Tedla. Sorry about that. You know, they confuse me. So, apart from these giants, I mean, largely speaking,
we you see, over the years we've been able to relate and engage with people. So you'll be interested. It will be interesting for you to know that even primary schools, right, sometimes make donations to us, as in the students make to the drive. I mean, most of these things happen maybe after.
Really?
Yes, it does. Maybe, I mean, some people get converted because they used the system and it worked. Maybe they called the fire service. There was a proprietress of a school. She was really impressed. She said they called 767 and the fire service responded and all. And so she was like, who is behind all this?
So you fund the fire service as well?
Well, we also assist there in that. You see, ours is an interventionist agency. So where there is need in the safety and security structure, we were first very high on security, but we realized that safety structures are also very, very important in the system. For example, I mean, we had a reason to sit down with the correctional services, as they call themselves now, right? And we discovered that, of course, at the end of the day, if we're able to arrest all the criminals, and where did they go? You understand? So at some point, we even had to go to the prisons to provide some kind of assistance in helping them with the inmates. I see. Right.
I see. That's a lot.
You know, they write exams, they do so many things,
Really?
They learn crafts in our prisons. Yes, they write. Some are going to go to university. Right.
Interesting. I think it was Femi Otedola I meant to say.
Femi, yes.
Yeah, so donated 1 billion naira to the Lagos State Security Trust Fund.
Yes, it did.
All right. So you've talked about training, equipment, and the third thing that you do,
logistics.
Logistics. Okay. So how much has the Lagos State Security Trust Fund raised since 2007? Should I maybe we give a pause? I'll allow you to reflect on the answer. We can take some. Then we'll come back to you later. Okay, he has to crunch some numbers. Is that your phone or your calculator? You want to WhatsApp someone? Anyway, while my guest is trying to get the answer to that, let's take some calls. All right. Now, don't forget the Lagos State Security Trust Fund is an interventionist agency, a public-private partnership. It's not a government arm of government, autonomous, like he said. And they are not the police. So they're not responsible for security. But you can talk about, okay, their contributions and what you think, they can also continue to do. All right. I guess it's... Well, let's take a call. 99.3, good morning.
How are you doing? Good morning.
Fine, thank you, Ambassador Musba. Go on. Where are you calling from?
Sir, I'm calling from Mission right now. I want to ask our guest one question. I know all this equipment you are rolling out, you monitor it. Because sometimes I could remember during the ambush, and I went the president at that time, Roshiba, to come and open launch a helicopter in Mushin here.
Launch what?
Launch equipment for the security trust fund. Give to the police and security agencies. Where are these helicopters? I want to know, do you follow up after give out this equipment? I could remember a lot of equipment were given out, hand over to the police, a car, machine, and everything. Why is this? Because when something going on at Gege, going on in the soldiers, something, we won't see them with this equipment. Why is it? Want to know?
Okay,
you monitor the equipment.
Okay, so you're asking, they launched the helicopter when Ambode was governor in Mushin, right?
Yeah.
Or donated the helicopter to police, okay.
So let's put equipment there.
Okay, so where I think that copter is there because during the last 10 governors, NBAC governors protest, the police, public relations officer put out a video. My good friend, Hundein, put out a video on Twitter of the aerial surveillance of Lagos State. So that's when I even knew that they have a helicopter. So it's there. I can tell you it's there. Go on X. Just Google NBAC governance or something, and go to Benjamin Hundein's account.
Did they monitor this equipment? Why is this equipment?
Is there? I said during NBAC governance oh my God, we have to. During NBAC governance protests, I saw I didn't know, but I saw that the police have a helicopter here in Lagos. They showed the aerial view. Everywhere was clear.
Yes, I have a question. Thanks.
All right. Well, he wants to know whether you know where the helicopter you donated when Ambode was governor is. Do you know what the whereabouts of this helicopter?
Okay. I'm sure he's referring to the helicopter service that is run by the Lagos State government for security. And yes, we still have. I mean, the police have the capacity, and they still do.
Okay, please. Please hold the thought. We have just 5 seconds to go for the break. Okay. When we come back, you tell us more. We need to know if it's a police copter or government copter. We'll be right back.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
This is it. The ultimate stage for young minds to battle it out.
The governors are above the law. They tend not to lean on to public participation. Governors can make any decision without fear of...
What remains of a person's identity if it's only measured by external...
The urgency to safeguard life should outweigh preserving cultural sites.
Auditions for the I Beg to Differ Secondary Schools Debate Tournament is on. Do you have the passion, the intellect, the fire that stand above the rest? Then prove it.
The hallmark of any thriving society is in its youth.
Study organization should be planned carefully into the data.
Standardized tests is a recipe for anxiety.
Prove you're the next great debater Nigeria has been waiting for. I Beg to Differ. Auditions open December 12, 2024 and close January 12, 2025. The clock is ticking. Visit www.nigeriainfo.fm now to register. I Beg to Differ. The Tournament of Champions.
Start your day and have a good time. Kivo Creamer. Where you need to have the break time. Kivo Creamer. If not tea, or garita. Kivo Creamer. Kivo Creamer. Shop on Saleco. The new online marketplace. On Saleco. Where buyers and sellers meet. Shop on Saleco. Buy from Lagos Market. Shop on Saleco. Like Malogu, Alaba, Computer Village. Shop on Saleco. Buyers can negotiate prices. On Saleco. And sellers can join for free. Shop on Saleco. Shop from your home without stress. On Saleco. Boost sales, make plenty profit.
Introducing Saleco, the online marketplace where buyers can meet sellers, explore an array of products, bargain and get good deals just like open markets. Save more by getting up to 50% discounts on items. That's right, while also enjoying 100 Naira delivery fees within Lagos this December. Visit www.saleco.ng, SALEKO.ng to buy and sell now. Saleco, buy boku, sell berekete. Terms and conditions apply.
The release is doing its man, he's away here, and so...
No.
Let there be light.
Introducing the Power M Solar Hybrid Inverter System, which delivers sustainable energy solutions tailored for homes and businesses of all sizes and types. Our comprehensive sales and after-sales support ensures we meet your unique energy needs, whether you're in the city or a rural area. To discuss your power requirements or explore career opportunities with Ulu, contact us toll-free at 0800-6658-765 or via WhatsApp at 0808-972-8959. We have installment payment plans for our inverter systems. Visit our website for more information on www.ulusolar.ng or socials on X and Instagram at ulu_Nigeria. Ulu by Ignite. Energy on a different scale. In partnership with Huawei.
The perfect Christmas gift should say,
I appreciate you.
I care.
I love you.
This Christmas, let Small Market help you say it all with our ready-made gift hampers and gift cards. Sharing joy is stress-free. Choose from over 20 beautiful hamper varieties or create your own custom hamper with your favorite items. Plus, we are offering you a special gift of amazing discounts across various products from now till January 1st.
Thank you, Small Market.
Visit any Small Market store nationwide to enjoy exciting Christmas offers. Because with Small, joy comes already wrapped. Terms and conditions apply. Small Market, there for you.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Crema.
And where you need to have the break time.
Kivo Crema.
It's not tea, Papa Garita.
Kivo Crema. Kivo Crema.
That was how BC almost gave her fiance heart attack. She sent a message to her fiance that reads, I can't do this anymore. My boss is so frustrating. I'm going to quit. Little did BC know that her data finished, and the only part of her message he received was, I can't do this anymore. Now the matter is still set low.
Avoid stories that touch. Get the Glow special data plans and get 7 gigabytes for 1,500 naira, 2 gigabytes for 500 naira, and 1 gigabyte for 300 naira to browse, download, and stream your favorite content online. Simply dial *312# to subscribe.
Glow Unlimited.
Big things, Nemo like
Pepsi 60cl long-short bottle is back. It's big refreshment, big value, big flex, big tins. Pepsi, thirsty for more.
Big things, Nemo like
Pepsi 60cl long-short bottle is back. It's big refreshment, big value, big flex, big tins. Pepsi, thirsty for more.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Easy to open, easy to squeeze, easy to scoop, and easy to stir.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Hey John, see, I know say you they save, but why you know they invest to grow your money?
Guy, that investment something no easy. I be they try to understand the thing. I then say, go lambier, they do something for market. I fall out one time.
Oh, that one a long thing. See, I get ARM1 where they help me arrange my investment. No story, no wahala.
ARM1? Which one be that?
My brother, ARM1, now the app from ARM, the Ogbonge company for investment for Nigeria. The app go help you they invest to take grow your money. You fit even take them do target saving or lock and make it they grow for future runs. The best partner say, you don't need plenty money to take fall in. Me, I start with only 1K. Bere.
Oh boy, it be like say this ARM1 at the will. Hey, how your guy fit falling now?
Yes, so yeah, sharp. Download ARM1 for your Android or Apple phone today.
ARM, invested in your tomorrow.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lagos, welcome back. We're still talking about security in Lagos State, not because the agency on the program this morning are involved or are in charge of security in Lagos State, but because they're a key stakeholder, critical stakeholder in security in Lagos State. And I'm talking about the Lagos State Security Trust Fund, which has been operating since 2007. From our guests, we heard that, of course, under or in the Fashola administration, this idea was birthed, and it was a game changer from what he said as far as security in Lagos State is concerned. And of course, it's true that you've not had a bank robbery in Lagos State since that 2008 incident.
No,
we've had bank robbery.
There have been a few attempts. There have been 1 or 2 successes, but they were the one around Lekki. The FC, I think was one of these banks. Right?
What year was that?
That was in 2015. But
I had not moved over then.
So, yeah. So they were arrested at the end of the day. They got them.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So I mean, it's been reduced to the barest minimum. Yes. If I must be
Nobody thinks about that anymore.
You know, I know what Lagos was, you know, back in the day, you know, as youngsters would come for holidays, and what we used to hear, you know, like Kemi Badenoch said, you hear your neighbors shouting help or tifo or something like that, and you can't help. You know, back in the day, they used to go compound to compound in Lagos, I'm talking armed robbery, and you know, that's when a lot of some of these.
I can just say that it was pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, and there was serious violent robberies, right? And that was the problem. It was very violent. You know, remember a bank manager was shot at some point. A pregnant woman was also shot. You know,
Lagos was synonymous with armed robbery when I was younger.
Yeah, Ninis. They were the very notorious robbers. And, you know, there was a time that you could stop and count vehicles on the road and snatch them. You know, you know.
So it's a huge improvement.
No, it's a remarkable improvement, if you ask me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but yes, there's so much we need to do because we now try to leverage technology and data, and that's why even we're now thinking more towards data and technology.
Talking about data, I went for a conference in Singapore some years ago, and I had access to some, you know, technology that some of these companies in Southeast Asia were doing. You talked about smart city and safe cities and all that. You talked about the CCTV. So how far, or what is the vision? Because what I saw had to do with facial recognition, number plate recognition, a lot that's coverage that you can't even think. You know, you don't even need the police on the road. If you commit a crime within a matter of minutes, even hours, they will be at your door. They will be at your door. In Singapore, for instance, I never saw a policeman or woman on the road, except for crowd control when they had some of these entertainment events. You know, and there may be one police car that I saw going to check something they were called for. I never saw a single police officer on the road. But you commit a crime, in a matter of minutes, hours, even if it's the next day, they'll be knocking on your door that, hey, this is what you did. They'll show you.
Yeah. So you know, those communities really leverage technology. So once you enter Singapore, everybody knows you're in. So whatever you do, they know.
Yeah.
They know
from the taxi driver.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they know what you do. I mean, in the US, in England, whatever. Even when you use your cards and things, everything is monitored. So they can just do a quick. I mean, just play back everything you've done since you entered. Yeah. You understand? So it's leveraging on technology, really. And the more you leverage on technology, the less you would have physical. I mean, in a lot of countries, you don't have physical interaction anymore. Even when you go through the airports and you're checking in, you do everything by yourself and all. But everything you do is recorded. So that's how they're able to get you. I mean,
so is that a vision? Because I know the cameras are installed in some locations.
Yes.
I don't know if they're working.
Yeah,
but they're installed in some.
They are working. Of course, you could have issues of, some having issues here and there, but they are working. We have a system that is working, and we have to build the system, improve the system, and move forward. So we're going to a point where even there's so many things about technology. I mean, my head is just buzzing right now because when you talk, you could even have all this revolving lights that have smart cameras on them. I mean, leveraging AI that have facial recognition, so many things. So if in case of a jailbreak, for example, somebody is walking around, maybe somebody they're looking for that after a jailbreak and all in the prisons, and you now just see the person. You will just get the person and alert immediately, and the person can be rearrested. So many things.
So when you talk about data, are you looking at a situation where data of the residents of the state is captured, or database of people's names, addresses, face, thumbprints? Is that what, or something else?
Everything together, because it works together. For example, I mean, you need all that for a security system to work. But basically, when I'm talking about data, it's being able to analyze it to know how to apply resources. For example, so you know areas where you have the hotspots, for example, or the warm areas, or I mean, where we are likely to have some kind of robberies or pickpocketing or whatever. So from whatever, like your calls to the command and control center, all those things are monitored, they're recorded. So we know how many robberies are in this area, how many pickpockets happen here, how many rapes, how many,
where the hotspots, the flashpoints are.
So even with that, you can look at the times that they happen, you can look at the days they happen, you can, I mean, so many things that you can get from that data.
All right, since we talked about cameras, for instance, these are things that are not police equipment directly.
Yes.
It's not the training, neither is it logistic for police directly. That's why I asked the question. One of the areas I think, in Lagos State, could be improved on to ensure a better security is street lights. Street lights. And so is there a plan, or is it possible that the trust fund looks at supporting the government? I mean, it's not cheap.
Yes,
it's not cheap.
But you see, the thing is that when you spread yourself too thin, sometimes you're not effective.
Yeah.
So, but part of what the board, one of the responsibilities of the board, is also to advise, to consult for the government on things like the security issues. So we advise, okay, this will be better, and indeed, Lagos has always strived to provide more street lights. Now. I don't want to go into the economics of that,
if you want
or the maintenance. No, I'm not competent to do.
All right,
right. But they've always had a lighting project. Every government does.
So the lights are there, but you see, if you have lights and they don't come on at night or in the morning before the break of dawn, then there's a problem.
Yeah, I get you. There's a metrics between, how they come on. Sometimes they come on at 6, sometimes they come on at 8, sometimes they don't come on today, tomorrow, then they come on again, and things like that. So yes, so there are issues of maybe maintenance, maybe ensuring that, but those are things that we're grappling with. Government grapples with, and they sort of resolve problems as
even the issue of cost of running these street lights is high.
We've tried. They tried generators, the diesel generators. They tried gas generators. Then you have sabotage too, where people steal the cables. People,
solar,
even solar.
Oh, solar street lights.
Do you know that some people steal solar street lights to install in there?
It's a problem.
So it's
a problem.
Those things that you assume they are public infrastructure and that public takes ownership. You'll be just shocked that it's not really like that.
All right. Do you have a figure for us? We asked earlier how much the Lagos State have raised.
I think easy we've done maybe about 18 billion.
Okay.
Right. And
how much in money?
And in cash, right? In cash, because if you look at in terms of the support that we get on a daily basis for fuel, and the thing is, what 100 million could do in 2008. 100 million can't do now. You get.
Absolutely.
So yes, so you might think that it's a lot of money, but the real things that you're acquiring in those times, is diminished. Your purchasing power is diminished, just like for every other Nigerian.
Okay. Interesting. So in cash, probably 10 billion.
Well, yeah, maybe about that.
All right. Interesting. Let's talk before I pick the next set of calls about the forthcoming town hall. You gotta put your phone on. Yeah, the town hall meeting that you have coming up. That's the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. Is it a Lagos State Security Trust Fund town hall meeting, or is it Lagos Security Town Hall?
It's called town hall meeting on security with the governor.
Oh, I see.
It is like an AGM for the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. So it's organized by Lagos State Security Trust Fund. Where of course it has involvement of government. The governor is the host. And incidentally, this governor was the pioneer. He was a pioneer member of the board of trustees of the Lagos State Security Trust Fund.
Amazing! Yeah, so he is sort of homecoming.
So I can easily tell you that the trust fund kind of started in his office when he was commissioner.
Oh my word!
Because he didn't have an office, so he was. And at that point, I think he was like the first chairman of the trust fund.
I see.
So now, so he understands the vision. So he understands. And so the security trust, the town hall meeting on security is an avenue for us to give account of what we've done in the last 1 year, for the Commissioner of Police to give a report on the security of Lagos State, and for the governor to share his ideas, his thoughts on security and what he wants to do again in terms of security collaborations and all that. Now, security is on the exclusive list of the federal government. So we can't do so much. So that's one of the reasons why you also have Lagos State Security Trust Fund in existence, because that's the only way you can help. You can't. We are more or less subsidizing. You understand? So you must look at it from that point of view. So that's why when we provide equipment and stuff, somebody asked about monitoring. Yeah, we try to monitor.
So the helicopters, of course.
Yeah, the helicopters too. Helicopters were provided by Lagos State government, and they're assisting in security and all that.
He wanted to know if they're still in use.
Yes, now. I mean, the police themselves also have helicopters, and we've always had helicopters when we have serious disturbances or issues, you see them, and sometimes you don't even notice them because they also do monitoring.
Right. With technology, do you have, apart from the helicopters, have you been able to look at probably acquiring drones? For aerial surveillance?
We have drones. I'm sorry when I say we. I believe I'm part of Lagos State security infrastructure. So I know the police have drones. Agencies have drones. LASEMA has drones. LASMA has drones. Fire service. We have drones. These agencies have drones. We've provided drones too, even for the IRS. There's so many equipment, but as much as I wouldn't like to be talking about all the equipment we provide, but I would speak about the ones that are easy to know, bulletproof vests. Even at some point we had to provide guns and bullets at the beginning because that was part of the issues that they had. They could, you had a situation where a policeman had like 5 rounds only in his, and you see them Shino Rambo having everything around their necks, and all that. Yeah. So how do you face that type of firepower?
Interesting. All right. So there's a lot to talk about. We don't have too much time. Let's go to that town hall. What's the date, venue, and time, and how can the public participate?
Okay. So first of all, about town hall, I'd like to apologize because we had to shift the dates because of some exigencies, and the date is on the 18th of December. That's tomorrow, 18th of December, at the Lagos State Government House. We call it Lagos House Ikeja, right? And that's the governor's office, and it's for 12:30 p.m.
Okay.
So guests will be seated by 12.
12. Okay. All right.
12 noon.
All right. So for those who can't be there due to the nature of invitation, members of the public, Lagos people, is there some sort of online way to follow?
Yes. Yeah. Certainly. Because it's strictly by invitation. We have people that we've invited across the board because they're town hall meetings. So we have a lot of decision makers across all the sectors of the society. So nobody's left out. However, we can't accommodate everybody. So people can follow us. It will be streamed live on Instagram at follow LSSTF, and also on Facebook at Lagos State Security Trust Fund. On Facebook.
Okay.
So they can follow us on that. So we've done a bit of campaign, sending emails to people, inviting them to join us on those platforms.
Okay. Interesting. Let's go over to the phone lines, 0201-277-0993. And of course we have 0201-465-7190, which is our female line. I guess this morning on the Crossfire, Degbola Lewis, he is the Administrative Director at the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. And, of course, we're looking at the Security Trust Fund, its accomplishment, achievements since 2007. And, of course, the challenges and the future, what the future holds for the LSSTF. First caller on the line is a female line, 99.3. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi. Good morning to your guest as well.
Thank you very much. Name, location, and your question, please.
Degbola calling from Ikorodu.
Welcome.
So when we talk about security, there's no how you should not think about neighborhood watch and inculcating them or imbibing them and, working and liaising with them in what you do. So my question to your guest is, the way the neighbors around a vicinity would know their area, you coming from outside would not be able to know the area more than them. So how do you liaise with these people so that in case there's any uncertainty, they are able to, firsthand reach you on time or do something before you come in there too?
Okay, Mr. Bolu, so that's a question I think for the police commissioner. But I guess Louis wants to answer. Chip in something. Yes. I saw you online. Or that video is trending. We'll talk about that later. Louis, over to you, please.
Okay, so thank you very much for mentioning that. You see, in Lagos State, we're always futuristic in our thinking. So you will see that the neighborhood watch has also been changed to what we call NLSC. That's the Neighborhood Safety and Security Safety Agency, where we have now in all the 54 local governments and LCDs. So we have people. These are people from those areas. They are part of the community. So they provide a lot of intel and support for the police.
I hardly see them around except for maybe traffic duties.
Some of them are also undercover.
Yeah.
So you are providing intel. You are providing intel. So they are also part of the neighborhood, and they also are building. We have the police community
relations committee.
Yes,
PCRC.
Yes, apart from PCRC too, you have another community policing committee. What we are trying to promote is the handshake between the citizens and security agencies. So whereas maybe they don't know the policemen, they're not from Lagos, they're not from here, they're not resident here, they're posted here, and they go and all. But the people you live with every day, you can trust them. You build relationships and all. So yes, she's very correct about making sure that we have those kind of engagements and those type of links together to provide security. Yeah,
fantastic. 99.3. Good morning.
Hello, Kofi. Good morning.
Welcome. Your name, location, and contribution, please.
My name is Engineer Fundayo. I'm calling you from Ikorodu.
Welcome, Engineer. Your question or contribution?
Yeah, I want to commend your guest and the organization. For providing the gap that existed in our security architecture. But I want to ask him. We used to have this the forensic laboratory that was unfortunately burned down during the NSAS something. I want his organization to look in that direction. As a way of reviving that particular structure, because it will go a long way in preventing crime and the occurrence of crime in Lagos State. Thank you.
Thank you. Very important question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that. And for this is a very sore place. It has a very sore place in my heart when I think about it, because I know the efforts that went into establishing that forensic lab. A lot of people don't know you had to have outside collaborations from people, big doctors from abroad, from different places, and you're paying them a lot of money. And to do those forensics. So because of that, during the Mohbad issue, it dragged so long. Why? Because the government had to do the forensics outside the country. You understand? Because that lab was top notch. Now, unfortunately, to build that one cost a lot of money. The
first one?
Yes, the first one. So now it's going to cost even more. Even more. I dare say like 20 times more than it cost the first time. So it's something that we want to do. It's something that Lagos State government wants to do, has a plan, but it might not be as fast as we all want it to be because of obvious reasons, in terms of competing needs, in terms of providing immediate succor for people to be able to solve their immediate situations.
All right. We have an ex-listener. Please turn off your radio set. Good morning to you.
Hello, Kofi. Good morning.
Welcome. Your name, location, and contribution straight, please.
Yeah, I'm Naji calling from Agbara. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please go on with the contribution.
Yeah, I want to ask your guest. In Lagos Security Trust Fund and the security itself, why is it that there is a special place that Lagos focus on security? There are some areas in Lagos State, there is no existence of security. Except people are managing on their own. They don't care for others. There is a place. We cannot even see the existence of security in Lagos State, in that side. So there is a place that I know that they only focus on. So why is it like that? Thank you very much.
All right. Which places are they focusing on only?
Yes, it's like for Komokoko side, Agbara, Shibiri, Vokes. There's nothing like security there.
Okay. All right. chuckling when he was. Yeah, go on.
Please. I'm sorry you feel that way, sir, and I'm sure that we have in Lagos State 110 police divisional headquarters. We have about 14 area commands. This is apart from the numerous police posts that we have, and we have organizations like collaborations like OP-MESA, which is made up of the Army, Navy, Air Force. Okay. We also have the QRG, that's a Quick Response Squad by the Army. We have so many things, and they all do different things. In fact, now you even have the NSCDC weaponized that they provide security to.
So it's not true
So I'm not aware of that because I visit those areas and I have friends.
All right. We have to go. So you're saying that, to your knowledge, there's nothing like that, any partial coverage of security in the state?
No, there's no reason for that.
Finally, if you find a few words in about 20 seconds on the town hall.
Yes. Okay, so it's a town hall meeting where we enjoin all Lagosians to tune in or attend and to see what we're doing and to see where they can play their part. Like in the Rotary, you say that you can give us your talent, your treasure, and your time. Whatever you can give us, we take.
All right.
So I urge everybody to come and with a sense of donating and making sure that security is everybody's business.
We got to go.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your time. Mr. Degbola from the Lagos State Security and Trust Fund.
And they go loud as Union Bank they turn things up with the Save and Win Pally promo 4. Plenty better prices full ground to enjoy this season, like free fuel, cash and gift vouchers, even brand new Okada and get
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.